Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. We're eating some green eggs and ham. Green eggs and ham, happy Mock Monday. It's Monday, 420. Happy holidays, guys. It's the final Monday before the 2026 NFL Draft. Y'all, I'm on vacation. I'm ecstatic, guys. I'm so hype about the draft. You should be hype about the draft, too. We are rocking. We are rolling. We are live on YouTube, Rumble, and Kick. It's the Hat and Beard Show. You are Mad Hatter Nation. We are locked in. We're going to talk about some NFL news around Dexter Lawrence. We're going to talk about 5 positionings for the Detroit Lions to kind of look at in the NFL Draft. And then, of course, we're going to get into our mock draft for the Monday over at NFL Mock Draft Database.com. We've been using them for the past 2 years, kind of a little bit of familiarity with it, but we are moving right along, guys. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell across all platforms, hit the like button, share it across everywhere. I want to say good morning to Rick, who getting about a bit of good news. Make sure you're over in the live chat over on YouTube. Got to have a little skin in the game. Going to have to subscribe to the channel if you want to engage with everybody. Rob Liz is hanging out. What's going on, man? Mr. Detroit City, what's up, brother? Look how early you, dude. Yo, are you off today or something, bro? You're in here awful early this morning. Good morning to you guys. I appreciate the words of support, bro. Sorry I had to itch my eyeball there. But we are rocking and rolling, guys. We're moving right along. Going to try and take advantage of the nice weather today, so we're kind of in a little bit of a freight train delivery system going on. What's up, Brent Supreme? It's 420 all day. Hell yeah, it is, guys. Happy holidays. Is the other thing. I want to go take advantage of a couple of sales up the road, if you know what I mean. So, I'm going to go ahead and get into the show. Take it away, Jacko.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
Hey, Brent, that is absolutely awesome, brother. Good to hear that, dude. You know, prayers answered, prayers continue to be placed, though. You know what I'm saying? Gotta stick with it. You know what I mean? Gotta keep getting through it, do it. So that's awesome to hear about your mom, dude. Glad to hear it, dude. We're all rooting for you, and we're all rooting for her. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not like you might not see it or hear it, but we are, dude. We're all invested. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of investment, the Cincinnati Bengals gonna do a little bit of chicanery and tomfoolery over here right before the draft. Now, if I were the Cincinnati Bengals, and this is why they're called the Cincinnati Bumbles, and the New York Football Giants, personally, I'd have sat on this. I'd have had everything, you know, pretty much ready to rock and roll, all but the ink to paper, or maybe even we're letting the ink just finish drying for a couple days. I'd have done this on draft night just to go ahead and let everybody panic, kind of cause a little bit of chaos the day of the draft. Now you're giving 30 other teams more time to adjust, to accommodate, to adapt, and to overcome whatever the adjustments to the board that need to be made following this. Now, of course, the Giants now sitting with the 5 and the 10. Might be looking for some dancing partners, you know, them in Miami. Kind of got a lot of picks, you know, kind of a little bit of wiggle room. Not saying that the Lions should be interested in trying to springboard up to 10 unless there's somebody you're really, really after. But Dexter Lawrence trade grade, according to CBSSports.com, the Giants trade away defensive tackle to the Bumbles. Straight up. Dexter Lawrence for the number 10 overall pick. New York now holds 2 picks in the top 10 of the NFL draft following this blockbuster deal for the Bumbles. There he is, Dexter Lawrence. Now, guys, I know it doesn't seem that flashy, but Dexter Lawrence is a wrecking force, and we will talk about that. The Giants star defensive tackle, right? He requested a trade. The Bengals were quick to pounce. They traded the number 10 overall pick in the 2026 NFL draft for Lawrence, and then signed him to a 1-year extension. You know, just an extra $28 million this year. You know, whatever. And say it with me now, guys. And I am such a poor. Let's go. Lawrence, a 2-time second-team All-Pro, 3-time Pro Bowler, for whatever that's worth, is regarded as one of the top interior D linemen in the NFL. However, he's coming off arguably the worst season of his NFL career, recording 31 tackles and just a half sack in 17 games played. That was the reason the Giants did not want to give Lawrence a massive raise, according to CBS insider Jonathan Jones. The Bengals ranked 31st in defense and number 30th in scoring defense. They allowed 27 points and 350 total yards over 8 straight games, which had previously never been done in NFL history, according to CBS Sports Research. Brought to you by Carl's Jr. Cincinnati has drafted 62 defensive players from 2011 to 2025. None have made a Pro Bowl. There you go, Cincinnati. So the Bengals attempted to revamp their defense. In free agency this offseason, they added a pass rusher, Boye Mafe, safety, Brian Cook, and defensive lineman Jonathan Allen. Now, Dexter Lawrence. Yeah, Cincinnati. Well, gonna have to go ahead and buy that shiny defense because you guys can't draft defensive players to save your life. Thanks to this trade, the Giants now hold the 5 and 10. They'll have the opportunity to land 2 blue chip players that will ensure John Harbaugh gets off to a hot start. Let's attempt to grade this surprising deal. The Bengals are getting a B. Okay, that's fine. They lost Trey Hendrickson, but they have made plenty of maneuvers, as we just talked about, with bringing in Boye Mafe and Brian Cook. Both are I know that everybody's very high on Trey Hendrickson, but if you actually look at the metrics, Boye Mafe plays more downs than more consistently, more of a 3-down defensive lineman than Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson real flashy with the pass rush. Boye Mafe a little bit more involved, not so great though, not the most dominant run defender, but a little bit more of a 3-down lineman. Brian Cook also, if you look at the numbers, he is an ascending defensive back in the NFL. I think he finishes like a top 5 safety according to PFF. Jonathan Allen, no, I'm not hanging my hat on Jonathan Allen, but bringing in Dexter Lawrence, yeah. Suddenly the Bengals kind of revamping that defensive room with a lot of shiny new toys through free agency. So they're going to get a B. Yeah, that's fine. I'll give them that. The Giants get an A though. A star player wanted out. The Giants were hesitant to pay him the raise he was after. The fact they netted a first-round pick that comes in the top 10 for Lawrence is certainly a win for them. The Giants wanted to get the deal done with Lawrence, but couldn't turn down this offer from the Bengals. Defensive line definitely becomes more of a need in New York as a bunch of Jags are the only defensive tackles / interior current players on the roster. The Giants are now the 6th team to own multiple first-round picks in this upcoming draft, but they are the only franchise to have 2 selections in the top 10. With that kind of capital, the Giants have plenty of avenues to consider. Do they take Ohio State linebacker Sonny Styles, number 5 overall, or maybe Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love if he falls there? Maybe New York takes Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate at 5, and then circles back with Ohio State safety Caleb I have Downs at number 10. Then there's always the possibility of trading up or down with that extra pick. The Giants are all of a sudden the most intriguing storylines in the draft. Guys, it's not for this player, and I cannot remember who was talking about it, but somebody, some talking head, was discussing how by the time the draft rolls around, Fernando Mendoza will not go number 1 overall because the Raiders will not hold the first overall pick, and they fully expected Sonny Styles to go, or Arvell Reese, one of the two, to go number 1 overall to another team. Do you think the Giants strike up to number 1 to just take Sonny Styles off the board or grab Arvell Reese? Do either one of those players push them over the top? Do they go for the number 1 overall pick? It's a little rich for my blood. Is there any real player in this draft that you're willing to gamble away that type of a future for? I don't know, man. But I do want to show you guys that they did notice that they said dipshit Magoo here is 31 coming off his down year, a quote-unquote down year, right? Check this out. Shout out Warren Sapp, as much of a butthole as he is. Dexter Lawrence impact on the 2025 and New York Giants defense versus pass rushing attempts. And this is, Warren Sapp pulled up some metrics here. Dexter Lawrence, 2025 only. Off the field, the Giants were number 32 in defense, yards per attempt, number 31 in sack rate, number 27 in the league in EPA pass, number 26 in pass success, number 23 in pass rush pressure rate. Okay? When Dexter Lawrence was on the field, number 7 in pass success, number 8 in yards per attempt, number 9 in sack rate, but we do know that sacks do not correlate to Super Bowls anymore, number 10 in EPA versus the pass, and number 22 in pressure rate. Major swing there in your defensive success against an offense with one player on the field. That's quite an impact for a player who's having a quote-unquote down year. I don't know if I'd have gave him the 10, but boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, this is his bad year is the top comment on Reddit. Look at that. Coming off a dislocated elbow. Man. Quite an impact. Do you guys, is that a number 10 and $28 million per year? Is that worth it? Harbaugh wants Styles and down so bad he can taste it. You see what I'm saying? You see it then, huh? You see it? Caleb Ive Downs, you like that one, dude? You think the Raiders take Reese? No shit, Raw. No shit. Yeah, so are you guys, would you not be surprised if Mendoza suddenly doesn't go number 1 overall to the Raiders? You know, they could be sitting and want to take a Ty Simpson, you know, and that could be something to go. Yeah, I wouldn't think that they would trade the number 1 to go after Sonny Styles. That seems a little rich for my blood. You know what I'm saying? Dexter Lawrence was awesome in 24, not so much in 2025. Still, though, productive. I don't know if I'd given the number 10 for the production. A second rounder easily. Would you have gone as high as, say, like a first round somewhere post 20? 10 just seems really expensive, both in the value that you could have potentially gotten on a rookie scale contract, but, you know, the Bengals cannot draft defense. They apparently don't know how. They should have just traded us the 17. Is that what we were trying to get, the 17 last year to get Shamar Stewart? Shamar. What's up, Motown? How you doing, man? Nothing would surprise you from Vegas. Me either, dude. The Raiders aren't even fucking gay enough to take QB number 1 overall. I mean, yeah, man. I don't watch. I guess I don't watch enough Indiana football. Was Mendoza really even that good, man? I mean, I know he's a Heisman, but like, you know, is he just like the smartest kid on the short bus this year? You know what I'm saying? Is he just Kenny Picketing his way to a first round pick? Best of a bad bunch. Is he the bad batch? Let's go. Let's take a look over at 5 position needs for the Lions, you guys. I know I'm kind of running through it. I want to mow the lawn. I really want to work out in the yard today. I have a good week of weather to really take advantage and get the yard in tip-top shape and get out ahead of the growth. We've led a good week here of solid flush of the chlorophyll. Got a lot of flush in it. So I think we're going to take and really attack it this week. Going to do a lot of short clippings, really kind of get it down to where I want it so it's all plumb level and square post-vacation. Also, you guys know that the draft, the mock draft, boy, do we get bogged down in the weeds. Let's go over here and read a little article from Tim 20-Man, the senior writer over at Detroit Lions. He's got 5 position needs for the Lions. Teams typically want to come out of the draft with multiple players who add overall talent and depth to the roster. If they also fill some need, they can take a big leap forward. Quote, I've always said the reason why we always go for the best player available approach is because there's only one draft, and the roster is going to change every single year. Every single year, it's going to be new needs, contracts are going to expire, things are going to happen. So what may not seem as an immediate, I need this right now or this year, that might not be the case for the next year. So that's what that's what's been our approach There's times where you might, it lines up. Maybe the best player is a perceived need, and it lines up that way. It's lined up like that in the past, but that's not always the case. According to Brad Holmes, end quote. Here's a look at what the Lions could use some depth on their roster. Tackle. The Lions have the luxury of employing all-pro tackle Penei Sewell, who's not only one of the best tackles in the game, but also has the versatility to play right or left tackle. That flexibility gives the Lions a unique advantage when potentially looking to add a tackle in this year's draft. They can evaluate the player and not worry if he plays left or right tackle. Yeah, that's true. Edge rusher, here we go. It just so happens to be one of the deepest edge rusher classes in a decade or so, according to most draft analysis. So even if Detroit goes a different route with the 17th pick in the first round, there is going to be an edge rusher taken well into day 2 who are expected to come in and have an immediate impact. Yes, well, we'll see. Detroit returns All-Pro Aiden Hutchinson after a career-high 14.5 sacks coming off of a broken tib and fib. He's a top 5 edge rusher in the NFL. We, of course, let Al-Qadim Muhammad with his 11th sack season walk to Tampa. The Lions brought in DJ Wanham to play a key role opposite Hutch. Levi Onwuzurike can play a big end in certain packages, and Peyton Turner, Tyler Lacey, and Ahmed, the Egyptian magician, the Hammer, Hassanin, will also be competing for roles. I cannot encourage Ahmed Hassanin enough to transition to play fullback. Oh, the NFL weeps at the idea of Ahmed Hassanin becoming the fullback Hammer and revitalizing, bringing back the spirit of Corey Schlesinger and wrecking cats in I formation. Safety on paper, the Lions look to have stacked the position with veterans Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch, Thomas Harper, Christian Eisen, Chuck Clark, Avonte Maddox, Logan Strickland, and Dan Jackson, all under contract. But how will the knee injury that kept Joseph from playing the last 11 games last season respond to treatment? And will it allow him to be available every week and be the same Pro Bowl player we've been accustomed to the past few years? When will Branch return from the torn Achilles he suffered back in December? Other question, will he be the player he once was? How big a need the safety position really is depends on the answer to those key questions. We've seen over the last few years what versatile safeties like Branch, Baltimore's Kyle Hamilton, Seattle's Nick Amanowarrier, Amanowarrier. Am I saying that right? Yeah, regardless. Can do for a defense with their ability to play multiple positions and impact the game in multiple ways. Having a player who can play deep safety, play in the box, be a big nickel, or line up on the ball as a blitzer gives the defense a lot of versatility. Teams can never have too many of those players. And finally, tight end. This is kind of a sneaky need for Detroit. Not so much for the 2026 season, but potentially beyond, considering there currently isn't a tight end on the roster signed past the 2026 season. Combs and Campbell both talked about this offseason about wanting to re-sign Laporta, a Pro Bowler who can score, who is a core piece of the Lions' foundation. Laporta is coming off a back injury suffered Week 10 that needed surgery and ended his season, but he said he should be ready to go by training camp. That is true. Brock Wright, block wrong, has been a very capable number 2. That is right. He is a very capable number 2 the past couple of seasons, but is entering his final year of his contract. Veteran Tyler Conklin was added in free agency. He has had some productive seasons as a pass catcher, but he's on a 1-year deal. Zach Orton and Thomas Gordon are also on the roster competing for practice player spots. Adding another tight end to the mix to compete with Block Wrong and Conklin for playing time and being a potential future running mate opposite Laporta long-term makes a lot of sense. I see it, and this might be the class to strike on. And then finally, cornerback. There's a lot of questions surrounding the cornerback position in Detroit behind DJ Reed. Will TA be the consistent player in a week and week out? The Lions hoped when they took him in the first round of the 24 draft. Can Enos the Penis Rakestraw Breaks Like a Straw Jr., a second-round pick in 2024, who has played in only 8 games in his first 2 seasons because of injury, stay healthy and carve out a role? Is veteran Roger McCreary the starter at nickel entering the season, or does that role need to be figured out after the loss of Amik Robertson in free agency? Also considering that cornerback typically suffer more injuries than any other position on the football field given the skill set they must have from a speed and quickness perspective, while also having to tackle 200 and 250-pound ball carriers, Detroit has been hit with injuries at a high rate the last couple of seasons, so there's no such thing as having too much competition or talent at that position. Side note, I have to ask the chat. I got to ask the question. Not at 17. I'm not doing it at 17. But how interested are you guys in Jermon McCoy, the corner out of Tennessee? Say rounds 2 somewhere? How do we feel about him? I know we've talked about prize sock in like rounds 5 or 6. We've kicked around the tires on Ponds a little bit. On Friday, we talked about Keontae Scott at 50. How are we feeling about Jermon McCoy? 0%. Raw says 0%. Okay, good. Because I don't like taking injured players. Wright might be capable, but he doesn't score points. Hell yeah, Mom. He also can't block. That's why we call him Block Wrong. Brock Wright, Block Wrong. Jermon McCoy is definitely going in the top 20. I don't want another ACL guy. Damn, is he? I'm just asking this because I have done like next to no research on Jermon McCoy because of the ACL. Okay, is he that good? Is he a top 20? Is he like a top 20? If he wasn't injured, would we be talking like a top 10 guy, top 5 guy? Is he like for real? Is he actually good? Like, I don't know shit about him. I'm genuinely asking out of pure ignorance. Is he for real? Like good? Mosley hurt all the time. Copy. Roger. I just seen some scuttlebutt last week talking about how the Lions would take him, dude, and I'm like, I'm not into that. Yeah, dude. Trent Williams, a 38-year-old. Extension tells you about this O-line class. Yeah, Raw, you might be right. Because the more that we've got, guys, the more I think that where I'm coming from, the more that we have talked about the O-line class. Not a lot of blue chippers. Feels like maybe a little bit more hype around guys to try and pad out a draft profile. There are guys, but, Trent Williams ain't bad, though. He is 38, but he ain't bad. It could just be, where we're seeing kind of how the boards are shaking out, that there's guys who can play, but not guys you're willing to go after. You know what I'm saying? Mendoza seriously is a Brady type of Mayo man body. He should be a good NFL QB. Roger, gotcha. For sure. Hell yeah. No shit, dude. If he wasn't injured to be a top 3 guy? For real? No shit. Cody confirms. No shit, bro. Damn. Jermon to be a top 7 player in the draft if not hurt. Oh, okay. So, all right. So, are we kind of taught like, and this is just, I'm just trying to get a barometer on this guy. Are we talking JMO levels of talent coming into the draft? Are we talking just like insane athleticism? Is he the Jameson Williams of the cornerback room in this draft class? Just like would be taken way higher, but coming off an injury. He should be ready to go though, right? Tejas also feels my starting at Manu. Tejas. I don't know. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, Rod. I don't know what that is, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've talked about it in the past, dude. That Manu is like possibly the big X factor that none of us know shit about because the Lions are being tight-lipped. You know what I mean? He'd be a top 7 if he didn't have that injury. No shit. All right, right on, Art. I appreciate it, man. Hell yeah. McCoy would be the sauce type of talent coming out. Gotcha. Okay. I didn't mean talent. I just meant like because JMO had the knee injury, it kind of pushed him down the board a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The fact that McCoy won't do the drills 3-cone shuttle worries me. He is fast and takes the ball away. Not the physical corner we like, but he was great per injury. Gotcha. Yeah, that I guess that would be kind of telling because there are certain drills at certain positions that you can extrapolate a little bit more data from. I don't know if the 3-cone and the shuttle correlates to DBs so much as like I think the vertical greatly impacts their profile a little bit more because you can kind of push the explosiveness. I'm not 100%. Forgive me. Somebody on YouTube did a video about it that I watched one time, and I just remember going, huh, good points. You know what I mean? Trent Williams extension fuels my belief in Manu starting at right tackle or OT. No shit, dude. Right on. Hell yeah, man. I'm on board with that, dude. He hasn't shown a change of direction in his back that he can run fast in a straight line. Yeah, if you can run in a straight out line, that's all well and good, but I need you to turn, pivot, and cut, dude. That's what worries me about Brian Branch, bro. That's what worries me about the Brian Branch Achilles, bro. No shit. Best in the draft if not hurt. Doctor said he'd be fine. Others said he'd not be the same. Never be the same. No shit. Come on, camera. Ayo. Ayo, bitch. Ayo! Let's go. Come on, camera. There we go. Got to stretch my monkey arms halfway across the damn room, dude. Fucking goddamn wingspan's longer than I am tall, dude. I got fucking orangutan arms. So if you're saying Brad's going to trade up for an injured player, that doesn't... To be fair, we did that in the first round when we had a luxury pick. We were able, and draft capital. And JMO, I think, worked out. It just took a few years. Trying to break straw were mistakes. There's no way he can make that pick too much of a risk, and injury plus DB successes. Gotcha. Yeah, Art, I'm not on McCoy at 17. I was just trying to get like a barometer because I haven't looked at McCoy at all because he's injured. I'm not interested at all in McCoy. I just seen him kind of popping here or there. So I was kind of thinking, okay, second round possibly. But based on what you guys are saying, like he's like even with the injury, he's not making it out of the first round, which is fair. I mean, if he's that talented, you know what I mean? I'm not interested in an injured player I'm not interested in an injured player, regardless of how talented they are, if they're coming off an injury and don't fit our system. You know what I'm saying? I just hope we don't take a tight end, wide receiver, running back around one. That's all, Brad. Yeah, dude, Mr. Detroit City. If we take Sadiq, if we take Kenyon Sadiq in the first round, I'm out. I'll go be a fucking Jets fan or something, dude. Yeah, Cody. So that's kind of where I was trying to feel more out. Is like if he drops to the second round, how do we feel about possibly that? But I'm kind of getting a vibe. You guys are saying that's like that. Like don't waste brain cells thinking about a possibility that's not going to happen. Paper straw is going to be fine, guys. We're good. Penis paper straw. Penis, paper straw, Enos the penis, rake straw, break straw, paper straw. Oh man, Brent, I do hope that paper straw has this like crazy comeback story. You know what I mean? I really do. That'd be cool. Caleb, I have Downs is in the same boat as McCoy, all the talent, but that injury is a huge risk. Gotcha. Well, he's also got Downs, so that's a big risk too. You got to have an extra helmet under that bitch. I'm hoping some of this Detroit is going to draft news is strictly based on a smokescreen. Yeah, Art, I'm gonna be honest, man. I can tell you it's not by much, but I can get more views on a video that is stating this is what the Lions are going to do than like an open-ended question. It purely has to do with people wanting to know what we're going to do. There is a lot of confusion around the Lions, what we're going to do at 17. There's also a lot of speculation because Brad is Brad, and Brad's going to do some wonky shit that we're not all expecting 50% of the time. Also, as both the Mike Payton and I feel like Jeremy Reisman have talked about, the Lions have been very tight-lipped. They've been very tight-lipped. And the people we've had in for visits is kind of an odd group of guys, not doing local visits is kind of weird. I mean, not weird, just it's different. I think it's on purpose. But to your point, I do think that I think it's purely for viewership, man. It drives clicks. There is absolutely no telling. If I could tell you guys, what I think is going to happen, right? I think the Lions are going to trade out of 17 and pick up the 33 and 44. I think Miami's going to be our dancing partners. They are the prime candidate for us to go going for a little draft dance with. They're in a rebuild. They have the draft capital. The 17th spot is exactly where the tackle slide is going to happen, and I think the Lions should fade. I think the Lions should fade people at 17. I don't think there's any real prospects that should be projected to make it to that spot at tackle, specifically at tackle or edge, outside of a Keldrick Falk. And if you can get the 33 and the 44, I think you walk away with 3 starters pulled from the second round on a much more palatable contract. There's plenty of talent to be there, and let Miami go ahead and be our dancing partner. I could reframe that and say the Lions are going to trade. I have an inside source. Don't worry about my source. It could be... my source could be Brad Holmes. You guys, I could have Brad Holmes on speed dial. We could be in a group chat, dude. Brad Holmes could be my best friend. People consistently confuse us because we think so much alike and we look so much alike. The only big difference, I have more hair than he does, right? My source could be Brad Holmes. My source could also be some guy who walks past the Lions facility and is therefore a source close to the Lions. Does that make sense? Sadiq isn't the blocker. Sam, there's no way Brad would prefer him. I hope not. Is Lion Stalker the guy with the chains in the rings? You know what I'm talking about? I definitely like to see them draft a 2-glove replace. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'd like to get off of 2 gloves at some point too, man. Laporta, that's a tough matchup. JMO City. I guess. I mean, yeah, Raw. I guess. I just don't think that's the right move. I don't think tight end's the right move, man. All right, let's get into the draft, guys. We're over here at Mock Draft Database Simulator. Mock Draft Database. We're doing the draft simulator rounds 1 through 7. Let's go ahead. No, we're not. Because we're doing so many mock drafts this week, we're only going to do rounds 1 through 5 until Friday. There's no point in doing days, 3 and 4 post or until after it starts to shake out. I don't want to get too in the weeds. So let's go ahead and just do rounds 1 through 5 for today and tomorrow. And then, of course, Thursday. Don't forget Thursday. Not only will we have the normal live show on Thursday, but we will also be live an hour or so leading up to the start of the 2026 NFL Draft. Kind of our like our digital tailgate like we used to do before the games. It's going to be like a little pre-draft show, a little party hanging out with you guys. Going to have a couple brewskis, taking your chats, doing mock drafts, trying to get any news we can to kind of figure out what the Lions are going to do at 17. They're going to trade out. They're 100% going to trade out. What's up, Edward Snowden 90? Nice name, dude. I love it. We have more important issues than getting another damn tight end. Yes, I do agree with Edward though. But dude, Raw's been here for a long time, man. You know what I mean? We had enough offensive weapons. Not everyone's going to get all you can throw one ball, 3 different players at once. Hey, Edward, you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. Is a proper name for Down syndrome from Lions Talk Live is Oh, I know who you're talking about, dude. I know who you're talking about, Brent. Yeah, okay. Now I remember who you're talking about. 3 days, 9 hours, Brandy. Hell yeah. Hope we keep both our Iowa boys. I think Campbell will sign any okay deal. Honestly, I think Jack Campbell has all of the leverage, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know this for a fact. It is merely just my projecting what I want him to be. Okay, I think Jack Campbell has all of the leverage to get the highest paid contract for a linebacker in the NFL, and he comes in and just takes like the most team-friendly deal you've ever seen just because he's like, I'm Jack Campbell and I play football. You know what I'm saying? Action Jack Campbell's the man, dude. Wait till Tesla comes in at 245. Holy shit, that'd look redonkulous, dude. Yeah, dude, don't. What was that? Was that Kelvin Benjamin that did that? Used to play for the Panthers. Am I right? Was that Kelvin Benjamin, the tight end that got fat and then tried to play, or the wide receiver that got fat and then tried to play tight end? 35-foot Class A on sale, $40K in Tampa and hitting the. Hell yeah, Mr. Detroit City, bro. Do it, bro. Do it. Oh, does Meeks? Meeks kind of does have that build. If he filled out the frame a little bit, I bet he could play tight end. Okay, that would be a lot of Big Macs, dude. Yeah, that would be a lot of Big Macs, dude. He'd be he wouldn't. He'd no longer be he wouldn't be Tesla. He'd just have to change his name to Isaac Cybertruck, dude. Didn't even know he was going to be a free agent. No, yeah, Kelvin Benjamin went to FSU when I was there. I'm not surprised he was a scumbag, dude. When you said FSU, I was like dirtbag. Jack Campbell's agent isn't going to let him take a team-friendly deal. Agents are greedy bastards. Yeah, you're right, dude. You're right, bro. Agents are gonna fucking fuck it all up, man. You ain't wrong. David Boston put on 50 pounds of muscle when he was in the Chargers back in the day. Yeah, and wasn't that from a little bit of injection in the old Budaruski, giving him a little bit of a anabolic edge? N'Keal Harry. Yeah, what happened to him, dude? He was supposed to be all that in a bag of potato chips, and I just don't think he could put down the potato chips. Let's get into this draft, guys. Let's get into the draft, dude. Let's go. Let's get up and get down. 911 is a joke in your town. And guys, Amazon Prime has all of Reno 911 on it right now for free. Been watching this. I think it was Prime. I'm pretty sure it's Prime. If not, it's on Hulu on streaming for free. Been watching the shit out of Reno 911. Y'all, the first 10 minutes of the first episode of Reno 911 is one of the funniest stretches in television. It's one of the funniest stretches in television. The first 10 minutes of the first episode of Reno 911. It's like, oh my gosh, the world used to be so funny. We used to have so much fun, guys. Bro, I was just fucking cracking up watching it, and Hatton Boob's just like, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you? If you stretch out a loan over 240 months, the payments are pretty cheap, honestly. That's true, bro. That's true. The highest paid Major League Baseball player is still under $20 million, and that is too much because Major League Baseball is boring as hell. Boring as hell. Oh, nobody calling? Nobody want to pick up the phone and go ring-a-ding-ding? We want to trade with you, Mr. Hattenbeard. Mendoza, Tate, Mayuga, Love, Reese, Lemon going at 6. The fucking Browns, dude. Then Tyson going to go on a little wide receiver run there. Bailey at 8. Delane at 9. Styles all the way to 10. Look at that, huh? Cooper Jr. at 11? Holy shit, guys. We got 4 wide receivers taken in the first round. We got 4 wide receivers taken in the first 13 picks. Lemon, Tyson at 6 and 7. Then we go Cooper Jr. at 11. McCoy going to go at 12. Then Casey Conception, who's basically a defensive back trying to play wide receiver. He's going to go at 13. Look at that, dude. Holy shit. Down slides to 15. Hurt foot guy, Fat Braylon Edwards, going to go at 16. The Lions are sitting on the clock, and we have no phone calls. Nobody's picking up ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding. We want to go dancing with Hattenbeard. Shit. Fellas. What do we do, fellas? We can go any direction. Any direction we want. Are we sitting pat, or should I try and trade out? Is it good? Mr. Detroit City, is it good, bro? Is it good? Is it good, bro? Is Busboys good? I wanted to check that out. Yeah, check out Pro Football Network's draft simulator. They pull from every site. No shit. Pro Football Network. All right, hang on. I won't do it today. I'll check it out. Maybe we'll try it tomorrow. Actually, you know what? It's right here. Fuck it. We're just gonna do this. We're just gonna do this. Art, shout out Art. So you say they pull from every site, huh? I like that. That'd be good for us. Taylor's probably the best wide receiver in the class. If Bain falls, you take him. All right, well, let's try it. Let's check this out first. Excuse me. This is 2 drafts in a row now. We've seen Tate go at 6. Also, the Rams logo looks so shitty. The Rams logo look... Oh. Yo. I don't care who's there. Look at this. Yo. I miss comedy in movies too, man. Draft Mole back out of retirement. Hell yeah. Guys, look at this trade. Look at this trade that was offered. Bro. I mean, basically everybody's there. But look at this. The 23 and the 54. Tell me I'm wrong for taking this. Give me one good reason not to take the 23 and the 54. This is... The only reason I don't take this is it's so outlandish, right? We got 3 offers. Ugh. Ugh. Look at what Philly... Yo. You say try and counter a 4 with a 4? All right. Yo, we got... Actually, check this out. I got you. I don't give a fuck about no 7th round. It's hard to get up to that 98 spot, dude. Wait, why did we have the 118? When the hell did we get the 118, guys? Trade Brad and the number 17 for John Gruden. When the hell did we get the 118, yo? Yeah, how did I get into the 118? Yeah, the Seahawks have the 118. Wait, no, that was last year. Oh, it's the 4th round pick. Gotcha. It's the 4th round pick. Why is this saying it's the 3rd round pick? See what I'm saying? See? Oh. No, yeah, it'd be a round. It's not the pick. It'd be the round. Why does it say 3rd round? That's weird. What do you think? I think we take the deal as is, guys. Did we get a 3rd rounder for the Monty? I thought we got a 4th rounder. The 118 is a 4th rounder. Dumbass. I just looked it up. Thanks, Art. I'm so stupid. Our 2 4th round. Yeah, but you see where I'm fucked up though? You see it's saying 3rd round. So I was like, I'm all fuckered, bro. I'm all fuckered on it, you know? Yeah. Yeah. I'm just dumb. Your boy can't do math. Hang on. I think we just take this deal straight up, man. I think we just take this straight up. I don't feel like I don't think we push this one. I'm taking it. Why look a gift horse in the mouth, right? Bam. Let's go. They took Freeling. Let's see who's here first before we go dancing again. Sadiq, McDonald, Conception, Mesdor, Miller, Hood, Finkel is Einhorn, Miller again. I know you guys want us to take Ty Simpson in the 1st round, but it's not going to happen. Man. TJ Parker. You could go Avian Terrell if you wanted. I kind of like Mesdor, Miller, or Einhorn? No shit. Jake Slaughter played at Trinity Catholic. Hell yeah, just like Culpepper. That's what's up, dude. Oh, it says under 2027. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, hang on, though. But look, see? It's still... See, that's the deal, though. It also says 2027. You see what I'm saying? See, so, like... Huh. Because 95 wouldn't be... Oh. First, second. Okay. No, it's our pick. It's our pick. So it would be our first pick, our second pick, not the round pick. See? Because this is Philly's second round pick, but it's our third pick. Gotcha. Because I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm like, that doesn't make any damn sense. You know what I'm saying? Left column. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't realize I could select this stuff. I thought it was 23rd, first round, 50th, second round. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was like. I was like, I was like, I'm trying to understand. And then I'm getting down here to Houston, 7th. I'm like, what the fuck? This doesn't make any fucking sense, man. I'm like, this is so damn confusing. Gotcha. Draft whoever going to take the piss off fans the most because Brad Holmes is looking to do the draft. Oh, doesn't need talent. He needs grit. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. All right. We got the 50 and 54. We traded back to 23. Should we? I think Mesdor is the guy here. I really think Mesdor is the guy. And I'm comfortable with him at 23 getting the 54 as well. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Hey, Einhorn's your guy, huh? I'm really between Mesdor, Miller, and Einhorn on this. You know, I feel like they're all kind of in that same value-esque. You know, there's positives and negatives to both Miller and Einhorn. Mesdor, positives and negatives. We could always trade back again. Tampa. New England wants to call. I ain't trading that far back. And give us a 95 as well. You guys want to take C.J. Allen? I know you do. Oh, man. Caleb Banks? You want Caleb Banks at 23? Really piss everyone off? Trade JVC for CJ. Doesn't value add rushers high, so we probably won't draft one until 4th or 5th round. That's true. But Edward, let me ask you this: the angle I'm coming at Mesdor from, especially back at 23, Personally, I think he does. Yeah, Mr. Trey City Akeem. I think he gives us the best value as far as impact right now, with the understanding that you're probably not getting a second contract out of him because of the age. Like it is you draft with the understanding of I'm getting a seasoned rookie on what should be his second contract at a rookie scale deal. You know what I'm saying? There is, of course, that injury. But that wouldn't be the play with the cards on the. What's the punter's kicker's long snapper option? Well, we can take a look. Let's take a little look here. Where we go. All right. We could take Zavada out of Michigan. Of course, Brett Thorsten, the big punter out of Georgia that's everyone's hot and heavy on. I do know that Jack Stonehouse has been really, after his draft combine, his workouts, and then, of course, his pro day, should be vying for the number one punter spot. Really performed well, high character guy. Will Farron, though, is everyone's number 2 kicker on the board. Kind of the the rebel, the real Billy Badass of kicking, but with that big ego and big attitude comes a real big leg. So, if you want to spend a first round pick, personally, maybe see if you can trade back to like the 33. That way you're getting that first round pedigree player at a second round value. But he has all of the traits in the world to be a rock star kicker in the league. Really, really elevate the play. Could be the face of the NFL for a long time. Really push out guys like a Patrick Mahomes or a Giga Williams. But that's a huge gamble. If you wanted to go real solid, real middle of the lane, real vanilla pudding, but going to be even keel the whole route, then Dominic Zavada is probably your guy. Should be pushing for that number 1 overall pick. The kickers and punters, though, just a dominant class. Hall of Fame class, top to bottom. I see at least 5 to 9 first-round picks of punters and kickers. Easy. I am too, Raw. Exactly. Well, Brent, and that's what I was saying about the positives and negatives to both Miller and Einhorn, is that Miller, should be a little bit more ready to play now, but, has he kind of hit his ceiling? Like you say, Einhorn has way more of a ceiling, but still a little bit more of a question marks about his ability to play now. You know what I mean? If Brad sees a few legit O-line keep sliding, he'll continue to trade back, hopefully get more picks in the top 100. Okay. I think that too. Detroit Lions, bad guy. John Calper do a video that talked about him because Brad wouldn't extend him, and they're going to get the max value out of him. That makes sense. Who are we talking about? Brad doesn't play poker through. He sits the corner licking snow cone till ice cream. Still watching. If we click on the clipboard icon, there is some really good info on each player. Look at that. How does he not look like Fat Braylon Edwards, dude? 25-year-old rookie. He has an injury history to take note of. His meds check out. There's an instant NFL impact with tantalizing skill set. 6'2", 273. There's that heavy end. He's done multi-alignment rusher with experience and 3-tech, 5-tech. As far outside as a 7 as a stand-up rusher. His quick explosion with compact profile. He knows how to realign his hips to maximize force. In the passing game, he can weaponize on stunts or win one-on-one with a variety of swim, power, and counter. He has the tools and temperament to potentially be an impact starter on a relatively short prime window. You see what I'm saying about taking the player with the understanding of what you're getting? You have to understand what you're getting. Brent, I am pretty sure he's not. I'm pretty sure Mr. Detroit City is not broski. I'm pretty sure he's not broski, dude. You know what? I'm trading back with New England. Miller's off our hand. Mesdor's off our hand. Einhorn's off our hand. We lost out on everybody. Good job, dumbass. Good job, dumbass. I shot myself in the foot. Fuck it. I'm about to just trade right out of the first round. Dude, all the tackles are gone. All of them went in the first round. All of them. All of them went in the first round. Holy shit. Wow. Bro, all of them. Shout out, first of all, shout out Art Vanderlei for turning me on to this fucking mock draft simulator. And Brent. Dude, Brent Supreme getting proven right on the tackles. Holy shit, guys. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy, boys. Whew. Damn, dude. Look, they got Dunker listed as a guard now. Holy shit. Holy crappers, fellas. Whew. Wow. Y'all, here's the thing, man. Mr. Trey City's got some good points about Brad Holmes, dude. I understand his frustrations, man. You want to? All right, Raw. Do we just trade back to 46 with Baltimore or 48? And we'll pick up not Baltimore. Atlanta. And then we get a second rounder next year. I kind of like that. I don't like trading with Green Bay. I like this. I like this. Fuck it. This is a fucking wild draft, huh? All right. Hey! Look at this. Huh? Look at this. Let's go Parker and Halsey, huh? Look at that. You need a 30 pick? Brad Holmes has an injury problem, guys. I kind of like going Parker and Halsey in this goofy-ass situation. Yeah. Actually, guys, I think we clean house on defense right here. Check this out. I think we absolutely clean house. Check this out. We go Parker, Halsey, and Banks at 48, 50, and 54. What do you say? What do you say? You guys want to take this ride with me? Well, luckily, if we go this route, we're not taking anybody in round one. I'm taking Parker. And then I'm taking Halsey, just like I wanted. Yo, guys. Huh? Look at this. Halsey, let's go. Banks. Boom, just like I wanted. Look at this. Huh? Look at this. Did we just not clean house? Did we just not clean house? Huh? Fuck, man. Shit. Can I get a French fry? Yeah, you like this play, Raw? I think we went on a nice little run here, fellas. I think we went on a nice little run. I think we absolutely crushed it in that second round, dude. Now I just need to draft a running QB. Why? We've got that kid out of Louisville that plays wide receiver. Get out of here. All right. What about Austin Barber, huh? Nah? We went defensive end, safety, defensive tackle. Defensive end, safety, defensive tackle. Look at this. Huh? Parker, Halsey, Banks. Huh? How do you feel about this, huh? Bud Clark for free safety? Bro, I was going to ask, do we, because of the 1-to-1 comp of Kirby Joseph that we've been putting on Bud Clark, why not, look, with question marks around both of our safeties, why not walk away with 1-to-1-ish replacements? Boom, Bud Clark, welcome aboard. Crushing it. Crushed it. 17 shutouts. Crushed it. Come on, 118. Come on, Austin Barber. Come on, Austin Barber. Come on, Austin Barber. Austin Barber. Guys, Austin Barber? Can I interest you in an Austin Barber? Most seasoned 2026 NFL draft offensive line prospects. Entering 2025 season, he started 26 total games at the college football level, with reps at both left and right tackle. He had 12 more starts at the left tackle in his final season. With his experience, he's adopted a level of comfort and pass protection that few ascending offensive tackles can match. At 6'5", 314 pounds with stellar length and proportional mass, Barber passes the ideal size thresholds, and he's an explosive, nimble athlete who covers ground with ease out of his stance. Both in his stance and when matching, Barber's flexibility and easy knee bend helps him acquire leverage, and he can load and re-exert to maximize force at his punches. He's still learning how to channel full power in the run game, as well as how to properly anchor and keep upper lower sink in passing downs, but he has eventually starting upside with left-right versatility as a swing tackle in the immediate timeline. Look at that, huh? Guys, look at this, huh? We are sitting here. We're at the 118 round 4, and we could walk away with a plug-and-play swing, potential upside starting right tackle. What do you say? Barber's nice and versatile. Yeah, Raw, I agree. Just so you guys know, I'm letting y'all just kind of fucking argue it amongst yourselves. Yeah, Brent. That's why I said we got both of our safety we got both of our safety question marks filled with Halsey and Bud Clark. You know, we like question marks around the knee of Joseph, and then question marks around the ankle with Branch. Well, may I present to you a Bud Clark and a Halsey? You know what I'm saying? Raw, you like this Barber play, dude? I like this Barber play as well, bro. I like that Austin Barber play as well. I really do. Oh, my gosh. Look at us just cleaning house again in the 4th round. I can't stop picking players. Do we take Derek Moore? Oh, my gosh. I think we take Derek Moore, guys. I think we take Derek Moore. What do you guys say? Derek Moore? May I present to you a Derek Moore? Can I interest you in a Derek Moore? Katron Allen, huh? 75% of my opinions are facts, but you think whatever you want. We also have Dan Jackson. Yeah, we do have Dan Jackson. He's the Colby Sorsdahl of the safety room, dude. Katron, I can see the Katron Allen play. Fuck it. And we'll run it back like a red Murdoch later on. Or we grab Derek Moore. Come on, Derek Moore. Come on, Derek Moore. Boom. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Sorry, guys. Took Derek Moore. Dude, I am like, why? Phone? Hello? Pick up my phone. Fucking call me, Detroit Lions. Let's go. Call me. Hello. Call me to be your president and CEO. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Sam Roush. No! No! Goddamn Packers! You fucking asshole, dick farting sons of bitches! Fucking fudge packer ass sons of fucking buttholes. What a bunch of buttholes. What a bunch of cheese grating buttholes. You fucking buttholes. Buttholes. That's all they are. Is a bunch of Tom Grossi cheese loving buttholes. You fucking dildos. Oh my god. Buttholes, dude. That's all they are is buttholes. Buttholes. Fucking buttholes, dude. Bunch of Green Bay Packer buttholes. That's all they are is buttholes. Prysock, welcome aboard. Buttholes. Fucking buttholes. Green Bay Packer buttholes, dude. I sound like Grossi when the Lions drafted Branch. Well, they are, dude. They're a bunch of dick farting sons of bitches, man. Fuck the Packers, dude. Bunch of assholes, bro. Bunch of fucking fuckheads, man. That really chapped my ass, fellas. I was butthole fucking. It's a mock draft, dumbass. Why am I taking this so fucking seriously, dude? Yo, I am like that. Really, they really shit in my imaginary lunchbox, fellas. Like they pissed all up in my Cheerios, dude. For real, it's not even real. My day's ruined, and it's not even real. I'm fucking pissed about a pretend draft. I am pissed that I didn't get Sam Roush in an imaginary draft. I'm actually mad about this. I am almost as mad about this as I'm mad about something that happened yesterday. I'm actually irritated by this. Fuck, man. Is Marlon Klein still available? Fuck it. Let's go see. Welcome aboard, Marlon Klein. There. All right. So, wow, I like this. Hey, Austin or Art, this is I like this. This is pretty nice. What the hell's bookmarks? Yeah, whatever. I like this, dude. Yeah, this is cool. It shows what I traded away. See? Look at this. Oh, this is cool. Huh. This is cool, man. It gives you a draft grade and stuff, or a trade grade. Yeah, this is pretty cool, man. Look at this, huh? I think we cleaned house, fellas. I really think we crushed it, man. Look at those grades, dude. The only reaches would be Bud Clark and Katron Allen. I'm going to go ahead and just leave Marlon Klein as a flyer. But we also walked out with Atlanta's second-round pick next year. Damn, man. Yo. Parker, Halsey, Banks, Clark, Barber, Allen, Moore, Prysock, Klein. Fellas. Did we just absolutely fucking crush it? Yeah, I was thinking that too, Brent. When I seen that Texas A&M tight end, I was like, oh, there it is, you know. I mean, you guys, it's all good, man. You guys are all good. You guys are chill. Children, stop fighting amongst yourselves. Now's not the time for infighting. Now's the time for focusing. We all must be collective in our pushing for this to happen. Yo, is it? Would y'all be like? Would y'all be as like fucking hype about this as I am? I mean, this ain't bad, dude. This ain't bad, man. Kind of having this like run right here between 95 and 128. It's pretty solid to like just pick, you know? I think our first 3 picks are just, actually I think our first 4 picks, our first 5 picks are actually pretty rock solid, dude. Allen's kind of a luxury. Derek Moore. Yeah, after Barber, actually really starting with Barber, these all kind of become luxuries and solid depth pieces. But these first 4 picks, Parker, Halsey, Banks, and Clark, I think are all solid players that we're getting at a relatively good steal as far as against the cap based on the rookie salary scale. And we picked up the second-round pick from Atlanta. We made 3 solid deals, trade back. I think we did pretty well, man. Yeah, New England kind of worked us over a little bit, I'll say. They kind of got a little bit of, we got a C+ on that, but oh, man, I do like this draft. This is a nice draft, man. This is a nice draft, bro. Do you guys? So how do we feel, huh? In this like big board. Oh. Okay, hell yeah. Right on, Art. I'll have to hang on. So okay, now what were you saying? In the consensus in the select big board. Where am I going, bro? Oh, here we go. Consensus. Nice. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, hell yeah, bro. That's what I'm talking about, dude. I'm just going to leave this up. I'm just going to leave this up. Yeah. I like this, dude. This is nice. I like that. Appreciate it, Art. Thank you so much for the new tool, man. That's what's up, dude. I really like the grades that it gives us in the analysis right on that clipboard of the player, dude. That's very convenient. That's very convenient. Gentlemen and ladies, have yourself a wonderful rest of the day. Don't forget that I am on vacation, so we're about to go play in the yard, have ourselves a wonderful little stretch of days off here as we get ready for the NFL draft. It is, of course, 420, so happy holidays to each and every one of you who are celebrating today. Of course, stay out of trouble and don't do anything I wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? We will be right back here tomorrow at 10 a.m., as always, to do another mock draft. It's mock drafts now until the weekend, guys. We will do at least one mock draft every episode this week, And don't forget, make sure you mark it down on your calendar. Thursday night. I gotta double check on the time, but we'll announce tomorrow what time we'll be live Thursday night before the draft. Have a couple cold beers with me, hang out. Send your chats in. We'll be doing as many mock drafts as we can jam in, leading up to the 2026 first round, fellas. All right, that'll be it for today. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been an attentive audience. Until next time, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, smash the like button, and share this video around with all of your friends. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Been Hat and Beard. You've been an attentive audience. Bonga, bonga.